home to the Pack, but what you might not realize is that Titletown has actually come close at times to losing the team on several occasions.
And while moving the team is unlikely, it is not impossible. Tonight, Fox 11 investigates. Mark Leland taking a look at what the future may hold and digging into the Packers' past to uncover some close calls.
The Packers have always called Green Bay home. NFL teams like the Pack form strong bonds with their fans. Would the Packers ever leave Titletown? Listen to what Packers president Mark Murphy told fans at this summer's shareholders meeting.
With our ownership structure, for us, the other top priority is making sure we stay in Green Bay. And I think investing in the community in the way we are with Titletown really helps ensure that this team will stay here.
You bring up the words to ensure the team stays here in Green Bay. Is there a chance we could leave Green Bay?
Well, hopefully not. But I mean, if you look at the history and go back many years, I mean, it's almost a miracle that the Packers have stayed in Green Bay.
NFL teams leaving one home for another is just part of the game. The driving force, money. The Packers hold the distinction for being the oldest NFL franchise without changing its name or home. But Packers historian Cliff Crystal points out history shows even the mighty have fallen.
Los Angeles, Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston, they had all lost teams. They were all ranked among the top 10 in the country in population. If it could happen there, it obviously could happen in Little Green Bay.
And it was all about the money.
Well, yeah, as an NFL partner, you got to hold up your end of the business.
Packers fans we caught up with enjoying the new Titletown District Park have a view that's more loyal.
Was there any concern that they would leave Green Bay?
You know, I never really had a concern about that. I grew up here all my life, grew up not far from the stadium here, and I was never concerned that the Packers would leave.
No, we have the best fans. Why would they want to go anywhere?
Since the Packers aren't controlled by a single owner, some believe a shareholder vote would be needed for any potential move out of Green Bay. Murphy says that's not the case.
I don't think the organization would ever vote to leave Green Bay, but if it was dire enough, you could see the league saying that Green Bay, it's just you're too small, you can't compete anymore.
In fact, Fox 11 Investigates discovered the Packers franchise came close to disappearing from Green Bay on several occasions. Crystal says it first happened in the early years of the team's incorporation in 1923.
And at that time, when that corporation was created, there were no assurances that the Packers were going to be around for the full season, much less the next year or 5 years down the road. Nobody knew at that point.
Fast forward to 1956. The city was told to fund a new stadium. The high school field at City Stadium was no longer acceptable to the NFL.
That was basically going to determine if they were going to keep the franchise. I mean, it was pretty much, the league had pretty much let them know that either build a stadium or you're at risk to lose your team.
Crystal says the threat to remove football from Green Bay was real.
I say it often that the Packers were perpetually on their deathbed from the day they were formed until what is now Lambeau Field was built in 1957.
New City Stadium saved the Packers that time. It would transform over the years to become Lambeau Field. But even after Super Bowl success in the mid-90s, Green Bay almost lost the Pack again in 2000.
No matter how we try to adjust our pricing to make this more adequate, we are going to continue to slide.
Then team president Bob Harlan led the push to redevelop Lambeau Field. David Steffen was hired to head up Team Lambeau to get out a yes vote in a referendum for a 0.5% county sales tax to fund $295 million of the cost of redevelopment.
It was critical in my estimation to the long-term success and potential survival of the organization.
Despite success on the field and selling out every game, Steffen says the Packers needed the redevelopment to be able to generate, you guessed it, more money.
I specifically remember a call from a Southeast Wisconsin county executive, I won't mention, but he said, hey, when your referendum fails, call me and we'll build a stadium for you down here.
Steffen says the Packers executive team made a point not to threaten Brown County residents with an ultimatum that if the referendum did not pass, Green Bay could lose the Packers.
This stadium has to be dealt with one way or
Harlan,
another.
just
We
before
think
the
to bring
vote,
people in
indicated to
and let them see
Fox
the benefits
11
is beneficial.
the Packers had run out of options.
And I keep getting calls from people, well, if this fails, you must have a plan B. We've reached that. This is not nearly the plan that was unveiled on January the 22nd.
Do you have a plan C?
Plan C is death.
We asked Stephen if the referendum failed, would the Packers still be playing at Lambeau Field?
In my estimation, the Green Bay Packers would likely not be in Green Bay.
As it turns out, the redevelopment of Lambeau Field paid off. It not only kept the Packers here in Green Bay, it allowed for the expansion of the south end zone in 2012 and the renovations to the atrium in 2013, all at a cost of $285 million. Those projects were completely funded by the Green Bay Packers. The team's latest investment is the Packers-owned Titletown District, a mix of business, entertainment, and public attractions. Earlier this month, the Packers and Microsoft unveiled a business incubator venture called Titletown Tech.
Certainly we hope to make money and hope it is profitable, but it was also, I think one of our main motivations was to invest in the community.
The Packers franchise is now one of the biggest money makers in the league. Forbes ranks its worth at $2.55 billion, with annual revenue of more than $420 million.
I think now, with what's been done with the stadium and the Titletown district, you know, for the foreseeable future, the Packers are going to be in Green Bay.
For us, making sure that the team stays here is a priority.
For Fox 11 Investigates, I'm Mark Leland.
You may have noticed in Mark's story some historic stadium photos from the archive at Brown County's Neville Public Museum. A photo gallery is attached to Mark's story at fox11online.com.